Taneyev had written several cantatas, and St. John of Damascus is probably the best of them. It is on the very, very special poetry by Tolstoy, but not Leo Tolstoy, Alexei Tolstoy, the other one. And it's basically the journey of resurrection. It starts with the words, I'm going into unknown path. My eyes are closed and I don't know where I'm heading to. And then through second movement, it's almost like quiet resurrection. The choir will pray to the God that at the time of the last trumpet, please accept me to the heavenly paradise. This is a very special, very spiritual piece. Taneyev also was Russian Bach, so there was a lot of polyphony, but it's one of the most beautiful and exquisite music ever written. This is one of the core repertoire for any Russian choir. I myself sang it, I think, half a dozen times at least at the different choirs when I was younger. And it's still very, very much performed. Taneyev, as well as composer, he was a great teacher. So he was a teacher of Rachmaninoff, he was a teacher of Scriabin, and even of Stravinsky. So there's this long tradition which is still going on. Comparing to Rachmaninoff Vespers, this piece is, I think, actually more accessible for Western audience. To fully understand the Vespers, you need to be in the core of the Orthodox religion. You need to know how the service is going on, and then you understand Rachmaninoff's language even more. But Taneyev doesn't require that. You just can sit, enjoy, and go through this resurrection journey. Wagner had written many operas. Parsifal is his last one. And throughout the operas, he was progressing more and more into purely orchestral language. So, of course, there's a singers, and it's very important, arias or connections or choirs or many other things, but the orchestra plays more and more important role in his operas. And Parsifal, as the last opera, full of different leitmotifs and connections, and orchestral writing is incredible. I think, in a way, better than any symphonies written around that time. So, of course, performing it without the soloists, without the voices, will have some challenge, because we need to narrate the story just by the orchestra. And I'm so much looking forward to do so. When you're conducting Wagner, of course, you need to consider and think about the scale of it. The operas are long, the vast, and the stories also, it's legend. Now, the story of Parsifal is about the Grail and its search, and then also about the Parsifal, who himself at first appears as a form. And only through his journey, through his mental journey, he comes at the end to understanding of the real essence of life and the real essence of redeeming. And to me, it's a very spiritual journey, which you do over 3.5 or 4 hours in opera, or over less than an hour in orchestral version. But this sense of journey is vital and very important in any of the Wagner operas. Wagner called it musical drama or mysteria, and for many years it was prohibited to perform it outside of the Bayreuth. He was relating that to the specific place which he built, and that was his finest and his final achievement. And at the end, as if Wagner found this moment of salvation, this moment of enlightenment, and this is where the Parsifal going to.